I want to do a quick market recap and show you how I got about 150 pips that ended up giving me about $900 on Monday. And also in this same video, I'll show you how to take high probability entries in the market and what you should be looking for before taking your entries in the market. So as obvious, before taking any entry in the forex market, I normally try to understand what the market was doing from the previous week or the previous day. Then after that, I start looking for my entries in the market, and also I do look from the bigger perspective from maybe the previous month what the market was doing. Then after understanding now what the market was doing from all those periods, now I find that I have enough data to take my entries in the forex market. So in this case, I want us to go to the bigger time frame and see what the market was doing from last week. Then after seeing what the market was doing from the previous week, and also we look at what the market was doing from the previous day, then we look at what the market was doing in the 4-hour time frame and even in the 1-hour time frame, and how I did catch these entries that ended up giving me about $900 in a Monday. So going to the daily time frame, we can see that this market was giving us this kind of structures. Let me show you what the market was giving us. So this is what the market was giving us on the daily time frame. We had this impulse move all the way from here. As you can see already, this is a double top. The market did give us a double top at this point. So after giving us a double top at this point, the market did push to the downside. So we had this dump from here all the way down here. So and normally after having an impulse move, we normally expect the market to give us a correction before we continue probably pushing to the downside. And that's exactly what the market is doing at this moment. So we can see that we had this big dump at this point. So after having this big dump at this point, then now I was expecting now this market should start giving me at least this correction before we continue pushing to the upwards. So that's what the market was doing, guys. Let me just return my structures and show you. So we had that big dump at that point. Then I was looking at this area as my key area at this point, because this was the support that I was looking at from the bigger time frame. Then the market did respect this area. We came all the way down here, looking at the market coming to this area. From the previous day, this was on Friday, this market failed to close below this area, because after going down here, we saw this market giving us this rejection at this point. Then after that, so today I was looking at this market. Let me show you what I was looking at in this market from the 4-hour time frame. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, understanding that now after having this impulse move, we should expect this market to give us a correction. And normally the market gives you corrections at key areas. So I was expecting previously this market to give me a correction at this point, of which this market didn't give me any correction. It continued dumping to the downside, whereby it came to this area. I expected again to give me an entry at this point. The market didn't give me any correction, so I did take an entry at this point. It continued pushing to the downside. Then after reaching this point, I saw that this market now has started giving me the structures that I was looking at in the market. So after seeing these, let me show you first of all how you should be looking at the market when you see the market giving you this impulse move and correction. So when you look from this area, and even from my previous videos, I've been showing you that, guys, after the market giving you an impulse move, obviously you should expect the market to give you a correction, because there's no way the market can just move all the way down without giving you these kind of structures in the market. So for instance, if you look at this, we had this correction at this point, we had this impulse move at this point, then the market gave us that correction. So this is something that you normally expect. We had that impulse move at that point. Again, we had this correction. The market broke above that correction, then we went up. So we had this impulse move, we had a correction, impulse move, then we had that correction, of which the market was had already finished that uptrend at that moment whereby we broke below this upward channel. Then we started dumping to the downside. So the market starting pushing to the downside of which at this point, so last week I was looking at this market at this point after seeing this market breaking below this area, so I was expecting it to continue pushing to the downside, but I was expecting it to give me at least a retest or a retracement before taking my entries, but I didn't get them. So right now when I opened the market this Monday, looking at the London session, I was seeing that this market was giving me this kind of structures. This market was giving me this kind of structures from the 4-hour time frame. So the market came all the way down here. We were having this kind of structure. So we had these double bottoms that this market was giving us this down here. So we had this kind of structure at this point. The market came all the way down here, went up and came down again, then give us these double bottoms at this point. Let me show you these double bottoms that we had at this point. So we had this double bottom at this point. So looking at these were the first sign that this market will start giving us entries or opportunities for us to take our buy entries. So when I looked at this market at this point, so I looked at this area as my key area, and I started looking for opportunities for me to buy at this point. So I went lower to the 1-hour time frame. I went lower to the 1-hour time frame to look for my entries there. So going to this 1-hour time frame, I identified my key area as at this point. So coming down to this 1-hour time frame, I identified my key areas, and this was my key area at this point. And you can see the kind of structures this market was giving us at this point. So the market came down, gave us this double bottom at this point, and when you look at this point, this market gave us a double bottom at a key area. Which means there was a possibility that now we should start pushing to the upwards. But after seeing this, I decided not to go into the market because I didn't have enough confluences to take these entries. So I waited for this market to break above this neckline that it did create at this area. Then after seeing now this market has broken above this neckline at this point, so I saw that this is a good opportunity for me to start looking for buys. So the first confluence that I had in this market is this market broke above this area with this bullish candlestick, and you can see this bullish candlestick, we normally call it this is called the Emarubuzu candlestick. So whenever you look at the market breaking above this area with this strong bullish candlestick, that means that there's a possibility of the market starting to pump to the upside. And so after breaking above this area, I expected this market to give me a retest. After giving me this retest, then I waited for this market again to give me this bullish candlestick at this point. So after seeing this market has given me this bullish candlestick, this one bullish candlestick, I decided to take my entry from there. So I took my entry from here, targeting this area as my take profit 1 and this one as my take profit 2. And actually the market just came all the way. We didn't go into any drawdown. It played around this area just for about 2-3 hours. Then after that, the market pumped all the way up to this area up here, giving us taking our take profit 1 and giving us about 152 pips. So from this point, I was expecting that, looking at this point, I was expecting that if this market did close above this area, then I could have expected this market to continue pushing to the upwards. But looking at this market right now, it has failed to close above this area, which means there's a possibility of it going all the way down here, then taking out maybe if you had moved your stop losses to break even, it may come all the way down here and take out all those entries. So at this point I should take all my entries that I did take in the market. I should take all the entries that I did take in the market probably, or just move my stop loss to break even and hold and see what the market will do, because gold is crazy, guys. And right now what the market is doing, the market is just giving us a correction. So at this point I was buying in a correction, so I decided to take a few entries just to day trade on this, or just to day trade on this and see how it goes. So and it went perfectly. The market did respect all the structures that I was looking at. So I want to show you another confluence that I did look at before taking this entry. So before the market opened, I did a pre-market analysis whereby I looked at the DXY. And normally, guys, when trading the gold market, you always want to know what the DXY is doing, because the DXY is the dollar index, and when you understand what the dollar index is doing, you'll be in a good position to find the best entries in the gold market and in other in other USD currency, USD pairs. So let's look at the DXY. Let's look at the DXY and see what the DXY was doing. So from the previous day, looking at the DXY, I did a pre-market analysis whereby I saw that I expected this DXY to continue pushing to the downside, and whenever I see the DXY pushing to the downside with these clear entries, these clean entries, so I normally have I normally use it as one of my confluence to take my entries from other markets. So looking at this market in the DXY, this market was moving downwards. So we had a bearish market in the DXY. Looking at the DXY, it was giving us these structures. This DXY, so we are on a 1 hour time frame. From this 1 hour time frame, so this market was giving us this impulse move. We had that correction, impulse move, correction. So I was expecting now this market to break below this correction area, then we push all the way down here and give us that impulse move. And that's exactly what the market did at this point. The market has already broken below this area. So when I saw that this market has already broken below this area, giving us this structure, so when I saw that this market has already broken below this area and it was giving me this retest, so I saw that this is a good confluence for me to take my entries in the gold market, and I decided to take those entries that ended up giving me about $900. So that's how I normally look at the market, guys, before deciding to take my entries. And guys, I did share these entries with my free Telegram channel community. Let me show you what I gave them. So I gave these entries with my free Telegram channel community. So this is the signal that I gave them. I told them to buy gold at this point, and you can see the market did respect our setups. We bought gold at this point. Then it went all the way. I took 3 entries. The market went all the way. This was Euro USD. I was expecting Euro USD to continue pushing to the upwards, because normally they do correlate with gold and GBP USD. But this time I decided to take only gold, a gold entry, because gold is my favorite pair. So looking at this, the market had already given us about 80 pips at this point. Then looking at this, the market had already given us about 90 pips, about 80 pips, Then at this point, the market had already given us about 113 pips, and at this point, the market had already given us about 150 pips, making it making it $900 just on this Monday. So I shared these entries in this Telegram channel. Make sure if you're not here already, go to my bio, check the links there, join my free Telegram channel, so that you can be taking advantage of these entries whenever I give them, guys. And so far for this month, all the entries that we've taken, the market has already taken all our take profits, giving us about more than 4,000 pips just on this month, guys. That is crazy. So this is what I was looking at in the market. I normally use the DXY to find the direction of where the market is pushing. So previously I was expecting this market, probably maybe it may give us after giving this impulse move from here, I was expecting it to push all the way to this area and probably give us this head and shoulder, but the market didn't do that. Instead, we had this consolidation at this point for some few hours. Then after that, we saw the market breaking below this consolidation area, then coming back and giving us a retest, and now it's pushing downwards. So there's a possibility of this market going all the way to this area, and maybe it might come down here and give us a retest and give us probably a double bottom at this point. It might come all the way down here and give us a double bottom. Then after giving us a double bottom, then probably the market might reverse and start pushing upwards. But before then, still the market is on a downtrend, because now we're starting to push to the downside. So which means on the other side, the gold market is still pushing upwards. So probably I'm expecting this market to push all the way to this area. Then I'll look at the market, how it will react around this area. If it does break above this area, then that means that we'll be going in for more buy entries. So this is what I will be expecting, that if this market does come all the way from down here, we come to this area, then the market does break above this area, then I should expect it to give me a retest. Then I go in for my more buy entries. Then this will be my first take profit at this point, because this is my area of interest at this point. Then after that, I'll expect this market to give us that pullback again before pushing all the way to this area, which will be my next area of interest, guys. So guys, that's how I did kill this gold market in on Monday. So make sure, if you want to get these entries with me, guys, and if you want to see how I trade, make sure you join my free Telegram channel, and also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll be getting these entries whenever I'm giving them, because I normally do the market analysis before taking my entries, so which means you will be taking advantage of these entries, guys. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Adios. This is Profit and I signing out.